Yeah, my main fear that I was going to accidentally bring a sheet that had period stains on it. Welcome to this month's spooky episode of LinkedIn. It's called There's Ghosts in Your Vagina. Right? Because there might be.
I don't know that's what we're calling it.
Okay, because it's the spookiest time of year, we're going to tell you some gay ghost stories. But first of all, actually, before we get into any of the gay ghost stories, there's actually breaking news. These ghost hunters recently found out that gay people are actually just haunted by ghosts of the opposite gender. So I've got man ghosts in me, and you do too. And that's why we're so like narcissistically and shamefully open about our sexuality. Just so you know, so they actually scientifically broke down the cause. You can see there's actually a pie chart there, so you know it's science. So why are people gay? Physical causes due to hormonal changes. Maybe that's it. Psychological causes. Having an experience with a person of the same sex as a teenager or young adult, finding that it was pleasurable and therefore wanting to experience it again. Or spiritual causes, 85% of the reason you're gay, or people are gay. And that's mainly ghosts, is what it says there. Spiritual causes, mainly ghosts. So you can just hum them out or something. I think if you do a rosary bead and a few mantras, you can hum the ghost right out. So we're going to do a workshop on that in like the next couple of months. We'll have a priest, whatever you want.
Then you have your confirmations, say like 3 Hail Marys and a deck of the rosary.
Yeah, just keep doing that until you're like not gay anymore.
Or look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary, traffic, horror thing.
Does that work?
I didn't do it, I'm afraid to do it.
We're going to do that later on, and at the next podcast, we'll be straight. So the group says having gay sex is 5% as sinful as murder, and the fact that they're using percentages is how you know it's science.
Okay, then
tell me a spooky story.
Okay, Mary was going down, the route of like horror stories, which would be very normal. I kind of went down like kind of more lesbian horror stories or bisexual horror stories or just gay stories for dating. Where things go wrong.
Okay.
So someone said she started telling me about her favourite bathrooms. So I recently went on a Tinder date with what seemed like a nice woman. Conversation consisted of her telling me about the thrill of her life, which happened to be speech and debate club in high school. They were both 23 and she started telling me about her favourite bathrooms. She said her top favourite was the darkest bathroom I ever visited. So this woman had to sit through a date of this woman telling her about bathrooms.
Wait, no.
So that'd be like if you were on a date and someone was saying to you, "Oh my God, did you see the bathrooms in Shambar's? They're like tiny."
I could actually have like a 20-minute conversation about bathrooms. No, I once conceived of making a website in Cork where you could rate places by the
Someone did that.
bathrooms.
Someone actually did it. I got invited to someone rated the bathroom.
Can you send me the link? Because that's an interesting conversation to have. Because the bathroom of a place, really, it's like it's soul.
Yeah,
if you got a bad bathroom, I don't want to go there.
Really?
Yeah. Ugh.
I wouldn't care.
What?
Yeah, no.
A nice bathroom.
Have you ever been to the bathrooms on Loafers?
Yes. Which is why it closed down. Right? So, I don't think that's a horror story. I think that one probably very interesting. Would probably
be. Yeah, you'd probably be like second date, definitely.
Really spooky story, right? This is about Elizabeth Bathory, right? And you might have heard of her, but she's like pure evil, and she's relevant because apparently she had male and female lovers. So she was mad for everyone. So, there you go. Super bisexual. So she's one of our heroes, obviously. But okay, so her and her husband they're from like the 1600s, and I think they lived in Transylvania. But right, they were like mad for torturing all their servants, right? Which they could back in the day because they were like aristocrats and it didn't matter. Anyway.
The servants were nobodies anyway.
Yeah.
Back then, not in my opinion, just in general.
Yeah, like Noelle respects all her servants so much.
I treat them well. I do, in fairness. I give them like Christmas presents.
Really?
Yeah, I just give them, like clean cloth to use for the following year.
Good person.
Right,
and she also apparently had a lesbian aunt, and she'd go hang out at her house for orgies. So there's her queer credentials. No, to the evil stuff. So anyway, her and her husband were like mad for torturing their servants, but she was getting old, a life of orgies and torture, takes its toll, and like all women, she started getting wrinkles, and this was like the worst thing that can happen.
Like all women
age, and it's the worst thing that can happen. Yeah, we have a lot of soft lighting on us. So she was getting worried about aging, and then she's one day, right, her maid is brushing her hair, and she like hurts her head. So then Elizabeth, well, smacks her poor maid, and her maid bleeds and drips blood onto her, and she's convinced that where the blood lands, no more wrinkles. So she goes to her witch friend, because she had a witch friend, of course. And she's like, "What's the deal?" And she's like, "Bathe in the blood of virgins, and you'll be young forever." So she just went on like a
Kill them.
huge killing spree. She used to like bite them, drink their blood, bathe in their blood. She killed 600 girls.
Did she check if they were virgin? Did she ask them if they were virgin first? Because it has to be the blood of a virgin, right?
Yeah, I think she got her slaves or servants to it. And after a while, another witch was like, "It has to be noble girls, it can't be peasant girls."
Oh.
So her servants went out and just like dressed peasant girls up as noble girls, because they're like, "We can't start killing noble girls because the police will come for us."
Yeah.
So she killed 600 people, and then eventually someone caught on when the town was like empty of
Yeah,
of
there was no
girls.
more noble girls.
And so they raided her castle, and she got arrested, and the stonemasons like walled her into a cell, so she was never allowed to leave. And then a couple of years later, she died. And what happened to her husband? I'm sure he just remarried. He only was doing a bit of torturing.
Very married a noble girl.
So basically, the story is women will murder to avoid aging, and men get away with everything. So, yeah, there you go. Horror story for our times.
Very interesting. I can't believe that.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not cool. It's really
Not
horrible.
cool, guys. Don't
But it happened like
don't do this at home.
it happened like 400 years ago, so we can like
Yeah, now we can
be
kind of
disrespectful about it. Here I am, just getting my pap smear to make sure my cervix is okay, because oh my god, what's coming? A ghost! A ghost in my cervix! It's a good thing I got that checked out, or else that could have been a lot worse. But now I'm healthy again.
My sheet was up.
Ghosts are scary. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. But the scariest ghost might be the one that could be living in your vagina. That ghost is cervical cancer, maybe, or HPV. Anyway, the point is, you need to get your stuff checked out.
Your stuff.
You need to get your cervix checked out, because there could be cancer ghosts living in it. So here's the thing about cervical cancer and like lesbians and women who have sex with women. Oftentimes there's an impression that you don't have to get checked out. And even sometimes your doctor might even say, "Oh, well, you're only having sex with women, so you probably don't have HPV, so you're probably fine."
Doctors say that.
Lots of the time, yeah. Loads and loads of women have reported that. Even recently over in England, the NHS, apparently like loads of women were like, "Oh, like getting,
You can't because
don't worry about it, you're fine, don't get checked out." Not true. Loads of lesbians can get cervical cancer, or if you're just having sex with women. So if you've ever had sex with anyone, man or woman, you do need to get cervical checks, and anyone who's telling you different is wrong. So not all like most doctors are up to speed on that now, but like in the past they haven't been, and they mightn't be now. So just know that yourself. You do need to get checked out. It's really important, especially if you like smoke or take oral contraceptives. You have like higher risk factors, so you really need to get checked out, and you can get your free check on cervicalcheck.ie.
Isn't there a thing if you're over 25
Yeah.
as well? You get a free check.
Yeah. Have you had one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, me too. What do you think?
You know what? I was building up. My head was the worst part.
Yeah.
You know, I was genuinely like thinking way too much about it.
Yeah.
Way too much. Like, like stupid things in like socks on, socks off. You know, like
So
this is.
yeah.
I mean, I'm strange. I am strange.
Plan your outfit ahead of time. Yeah, I think I had one when I was 18. Like, so it was like it's really no big deal. It's just like not a big deal.
I think it's just because you're so vulnerable. Do you know that kind of? It's just like.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to just be like, yeah, you're doing it for a good reason. You know, it's not like you're just like do.
Yeah, I think
that's
that's
your mind at
like,
ease afterwards. When you actually come out of there, you're like, oh,
yeah,
go on, tick that off. Okay.
Completely, like, yeah,
So,
and it's like it's really common. A lot of times, like lesbian and bisexual women have higher rates of cervical cancer because they don't get checked out because they've been misinformed, or you know, if you've had a negative experience with your doctor, or you felt like you've been kind of discriminated against, you might not be very inclined to go to your doctor.
Yeah.
So like cervicalcheck.ie, they know their stuff. Go get your free check. find a doctor you like. You can always contact Link, and we can try to find someone you like. But it's really important to get checked out. That's it. That's pretty much it. So
That's all for now, folks.
happy Halloween.
He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on and